So I told you about anemia. When we have lack of iron, it is called anemia. So there is low hemoglobin in the blood. And next slide. So what happens when you have anemia? You'll have, it's again because of inadequate intake of proper nutrients. And next slide. Yeah, so you will suddenly feel dizzy. You see children who suddenly faint in school. Your skin will become pale. Your BP will be low. You suddenly you say your heart is beating faster, and when you walk up the stairs, you feel tired. So when you start panting when you walk up the stairs. So that is also it's a sign of anemia. Next one. So these are some of the iron-rich foods. If you are non-vegetarian, you can have liver. Otherwise, you can have ragi. You can have all the nuts which I told you about, and green vegetables, broccoli. There is spinach. There is amaranthus. There is chira. All those things are good source of iron. Next one. So how much to eat? Now, how much to eat will depend on your activity and on your height and weight. Next one. So we already decided when to eat, what to eat, how much to eat is what we're doing now. So we have to calculate what is called the body mass index, which is your weight in kilogram upon your height in meter square. And these again will vary in childhood, but anyone above 14 years can come into this category. Next slide. So if you're for overweight, again it will be BMI will be high, and if you're obese, it will be more than 28. So this is one measure, and this I've already. Yeah, next slide. I told you about the problems of the childhood obesity. You can have cardiovascular diseases, high blood pressure, psychological problems. You can get asthma. Then again, you all should know that many of the additives that they add into these junk foods are causing allergies in children. And we find now that there are a lot more children coming with asthma and allergies, sneezing. It's all because of the food additives that they add to the food. That is one of the contributing factors, other than the environmental factors. Then you can have abnormal blood lipid profile, which is increase in cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, and of course, high blood pressure. Next one. Yeah. So what is they also children who are obese, what do they experience? There'll be a lot of bullying, no? Pannatadi, the people will make fun of you. You will have a social isolation. You don't want to talk to anybody. You'll have a low self-esteem, and slowly you go into depression. So better is to avoid all this. Next one. So I've already told you how to avoid all this. So we restrict our calories, and according to our calorie restrictions, we can have a better diet, and you can avoid all your deep fried foods, okay, and cut down on the red meats. Next one. So again, avoid fasting and feasting. So some people, what they do is, some of the children we have seen, they want develop what is called as anorexia nervosa. So they don't eat at all. It's again a psychological disorder. They don't eat thinking that they become fat. And so what do? They don't eat at all. And then if at all they do, what is called bulimia, where they'll eat and then they'll put your finger into the mouth and they'll vomit all that out. So those kind of things we should avoid, and make sure that you take time to eat, chew your food properly, and concentrate on the food when you're eating. Don't sit and read your book, or play with your phone, or watch the TV. So concentrate on the food. That is, you'll get positive energy from the food as well. Next. So this I've already told you. You can always, to avoid that craving for food all the time, you can cultivate new hobbies, join up with your friends, do some physical activity, do some kind of craft, some creative work. Make sure that you sleep enough. So that is important. You have to sleep enough and drink enough of water. So that is 8 to 10 glasses of water. And the other way of cooking food is, like I showed that picture, steaming is a good method. Like we have the idli and the idiyappam. Instead of having puris in the morning, have idli or idiyappam, which is steamed and not fried. Okay. So 8 to 10 glasses of water, I already mentioned. Yes. So now physical activity. How much of physical activity? Minimum of 1 hour a day. It will promote health and fitness. It will build up your bones and your muscles, and it will give you a positive, it will give you good concentration, good memory, and good classroom behavior. So this is something that all schools should encourage, and that is physical activity in the school, and also encourage children to have activity at home as well. Cycling, skipping, dancing, they're all good forms of physical activity. You don't need to go to the gym at your age. All you need to do is just put on the music and dance. You don't have to be correct. You just have to move the body. So dance also is a very good form of exercise. So you can call your friends, you can dance together, you will move your body properly, you can get good exercise. Okay. Next. So I think I'll stop here. I'm sure you all must be having some questions. If it is there in the chat box and I can answer it, I'll answer it for you.
Thank you so much, doctor, for your very simple and at the very same time very effective presentation with excellent practical tips for the kids. Thank you so much for taking this effort and your
Thank you.
time. Even within your busy schedule, you find time for us. Thank you so much, doctor. We hope your effort will gain the result by changing the food habit of children. You mentioned not only the remedial measures but also the healthy measures you presented very well. I hope it will be very useful for everyone, especially teachers, parents, and students. Thank you, doctor. And this is the
Thank you.
time for interaction. If you have any doubts, dear participants, you can post in the chat box so I can read. If you have any question, you can ask. You can ask in Malayalam also. No
Yes, yes,
issue.
yes. Please, please. No issues.
Very clear about your presentation, doctor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, doctor, because one area that I would like to bring your attention is regarding soft drinks. Because we have
Yes.
conducted one survey as part of this registration. So what we find is that few students are consuming soft drinks like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, not on a regular basis, but in once in a week they are having. That was the result we got. So could you please
Yeah.
say words about this?
Sure. So I just mentioned that these carbonated drinks, they contain a lot of extra sugar. Now these extra, not only extra sugar, but they contain various chemicals. Now the colas and all are preserved over many years. So that those the food additives that they add, the color, the sugars, and of course certain chemicals that they add to the food, that can also add to your problems. And a lot of extra, having a lot of these carbonated drinks can cause not only weight gain, but can also cause, as I mentioned earlier, certain allergic reactions, can cause asthma, because of the various food additives that they add to these colas. So it's very important that we reduce that. And healthy options, I mentioned earlier, you can have maybe lime juice with, maybe minimum sugar, or maybe just no sugar at all. That would be ideal. Or you can have something like a carrot juice or a cucumber juice if you need to have something to drink. Or even best would be what we get in Kerala, that is kairika, that tender coconut. So I think kairika is a very good option, and it's got all the minerals in that. So that's one of the best drinks you can have when you're thirsty and you're traveling.
Thank you, doctor. Children or teachers, any other queries? If you have any questions, you can ask. Hope it is very clear. So once again, thank you so much, doctor.
Thank you. Thank you.
For any question, I would like to present few slides for the benefit of teachers, parents, and for your information also. This
Sure.
is a response chart we prepared on the basis of registration survey we conducted on this month among the Senegation UB school students. And these are few results, very important results only we are showing. And one thing is just only 31 percentage of students are they are not aware what is the impact of unhealthy food habit. That was a one question. Are they aware? Are they conscious about this unhealthy food habits? So 1.3 percentage of students are not aware. And regarding the junk food, that is a main concern. In that, around 37 percentage of students consuming junk food once in a week. And one of the alarming thing is that 5 percentage is consuming daily basis, and 9% is consuming junk food more than 3 times in a week. So there also we have a query: how many times and what should be the frequency of this kind of junk food? That's a query to you, doctor. What do you have to say about this?
So I was just looking at this slide. See, the bakeries are surviving because of all the advertisements and things, and we find that every day there are new bakeries coming up in Kerala. So because there are people to use the bakeries, we find that. So I think junk food, things like these potato chips and all, once in a way. When I say once a way, it's not once a week. I would say maybe if there is, a birthday party one day, or you know on those occasions, yes. Or if you're traveling and you're not unable to access anything and you find that this is there with you, that is what you can use when you're traveling into maybe traveling by road and there's no access to other food. But otherwise, yeah, when you're at home, you need a snack. Like I said earlier, you can go for those nuts and cereals, or we have our good old, what our amachis used to make, and still now we are still making. We have the ada, which you can make in the with the banana leaf. You can make vatepam, which is again a very healthy snack to have. And you can also have the koyukata. Those are the natural Indian foods that we can eat. I think those would be better options than having pizzas and puffs. Puffs are made with margarine added to maida. Now both are dangerous, because to make those pastry puffs, for 1 kilo of maida, they use somewhere close to 300 grams of margarine. This is the information I got from one of the chefs who does this regularly. And they keep on applying this, and so that you get that flaky layers, and that's what's add to the taste. That's why when people have one puff, they actually feel quite full for a very long period. And then of course the various stuffings that are inside. So it is better to avoid those kind of puffs, because the margarine itself contains, it's a trans fat, and it contains a lot of these, will actually lead to obesity because it's high in cholesterol as well. So you have to be extremely careful when you have these puffs and pizzas. Of course, they are using maida for the base. The other healthy option is to convert your chapatis into pizzas. I'm sure there are very easy methods of converting chapatis into pizzas. Now, if you want to have bread, you can have, instead of going for the white bread, go for the brown bread. So that is made from wheat flour. Then you have multigrain bread now available. Multigrain bread is a good option, and you can convert that into your pizzas by putting your tomatoes and on various vegetables into it, topping it with some kind of little bit of cheese or little bit of cottage cheese, and making it healthier. So I think that is a healthier option than having French fries and puffs. Noodles, yes, once in a way. Earlier, Maggie noodles was the craze, but I think we should reduce the amount of noodles that we eat also, because again, noodles are made from maida. Now there are millet noodles available, so millet noodles, if available, yes, but again, in the packages that you get, they have the taste maker. The taste maker contains a lot of other things which they food enhancing, the taste enhancing material, which can cause allergens. So we should be a little careful when we have that as well.
Thank you so much, doctor. Hope you understood. Students, please note down if you are consuming regularly what doctor already said. So be careful about this matter. Let me move to the next slide. This is regarding the soft drink, especially carbonated soft drinks. So this is the result we got. 9% of students are consuming soft drinks once in a week, and 25% once in a month. In this case, this is a better choice. It's a remarkable choice is that 53% are just rarely consuming this. Plastic water bottles. So we got the result like this. 30% of students are using plastic water bottles regular basis. And remarkable choice is that 62% is using
Very
steel
good.
water.
Very good. Yeah.
So this is the major survey result. So I don't want to explain more because doctor illustrated everything very well and presented very well. So these are the some pictures from that itself we can understand that already doctor presented. So that's what I would like to present here. So in the messages we got to reply everything they understood from your presentation. So that's why they have no more questions.
Thank you.
Very clear and very simple presentation. Thank you so much for an excellent session.
Thank you.
So we can next one. I would like to welcome Anne Maria Howley from St. Augustine School for a vote of thanks.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Shri Baby Sir, ക്ലാസ് നയിച്ച ഡോക്ടർ മരിയ, ഗ്രാൻഡ് മാസ്റ്റർ തീർത്ഥ വിവേക്, നിങ്ങളുടെ പ്രിയ HM ഷൈബി ടീച്ചർ, എന്റെ പ്രിയ കൂട്ടുകാരെ, ഏവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. ഭക്ഷണരീതികളിൽ പുതിയ രുചികളും പരീക്ഷണങ്ങളും നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കാലഘട്ടത്തിലാണ് നമ്മൾ എല്ലാവരും ഇന്ന് ജീവിക്കുന്നത്. ആരോഗ്യത്തെക്കാളേറെ ആഡംബരത്തിനും ആർഭാടത്തിനും പ്രാധാന്യം നൽകുന്ന രീതി ഭക്ഷണ കാര്യത്തിലും നമ്മൾ തുടരുന്നു. ഒരു ജങ്ക് ഫുഡ് സംസ്കാരം ഇന്ന് ഫാഷനായി മാറിക്കഴിഞ്ഞു. ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ സുരക്ഷിതമായ, ആരോഗ്യകരമായ, പോഷകപ്രദമായ ഭക്ഷണ രീതികൾ പിന്തുടരേണ്ടതിന്റെ ആവശ്യകതയെക്കുറിച്ച്, അതിലൂടെ ആരോഗ്യ സംരക്ഷണത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് വളരെ വ്യക്തമായി ഞങ്ങൾക്കും ഈ വെബിനാറിലൂടെ പറഞ്ഞു തന്ന ഡോക്ടർ മരിയ വർഗീസിന് ഏറ്റവും സ്നേഹത്തോടെ നന്ദി പറയുന്നു. ഈ വെബിനാറിന്റെ മുഖ്യ അതിഥി വെബിനാറിനെ ഏറ്റവും ആദരവോടെ ബേബി സാറിനെ ഏറ്റവും ആദരവോടെ നന്ദി പറയുന്നു. വെബിനാറിന്റെ മോഡറേറ്റർ ഗ്രാൻഡ് മാസ്റ്റർ തീർത്ഥ വിവേകിന് നന്ദി അറിയിക്കുന്നു. ഈ വെബിനാറിൽ പങ്കെടുത്തു ഇതിനെ ഒരു വിജയമാക്കി തീർത്ത് എന്റെ എല്ലാ പ്രിയ കൂട്ടുകാർക്കും നന്ദി പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് നിർത്തുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Thank you, Anne Maria. It was a lovely presentation. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Once again, thank you, Doctor. Thank you for your time and thank you for your effort. I would like to thank School Manager Father Anthony Pudiyapparambil for joining, for associating with us, and Principal Shaibi MT, Teacher Coordinator Srimati Joby Augustine, all teachers, parents, and students joined here. Once again, thank you all. Betting your continuous support and participation in the upcoming webinars. I use this opportunity to thank all OFSSA national and state leaders and the webinar coordinators from the state of Karnataka, Sigda Srikanth from the Tamil Nadu, Praveshika, and from Kerala, Mausmi Dev, for their excellent coordination and support extended to OFSSA. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you all. Good night.